Hello and welcome. Have you ever seen an advert online promising to double your money in a few weeks? A WhatsApp group where everyone is posting payment alerts and thanking God for a financial breakthrough. It feels like a miracle, doesn't it? In a tough economy, that kind of offer can look like the only way out. But here is the truth. In most cases, that miracle is a mirage. It is a trap. Today, we're going to talk about Ponzi schemes. We will look at why they are not just failed businesses, but elaborate frauds that have devastated millions of Nigerian families and drained billions from our economy. We will name the schemes, we will hear the stories of the victims, and we will show you exactly how to protect yourself. What is a Ponzi scheme? First, let's be clear on what a Ponzi scheme actually is. It is named after Charles Ponzi, who conned investors in the 1920s, but the model is as old as time. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment operation where the operator promises you high returns with little or no risk. But here is the secret. They are not investing your money in anything real. There is no farm, no house, no oil well, no import business. Instead, they are running a simple game of borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. When you invest your 100,000 naira, they use it to pay Mary, who invested last month. Mary is happy, so she tells her friends. Her friends invest and you get paid with their money. You are happy, so you tell your family. It works perfectly until the day there aren't enough new investors to pay the old ones. And on that day, the music stops. The operator vanishes with the remaining money and everyone else is left with nothing. The graveyard of schemes. A montage of logos or news headlines flashing across the screen. MMM, CBEX, MBA Forex, D9 Club, etc. Unfortunately, Nigeria has become a playground for these fraudsters. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, recently revealed that Nigerians have lost a staggering 316 billion naira to Ponzi schemes over the years, and that number doesn't even include the most recent massive collapse. Let's take a walk through this graveyard. 1. MMM, 2016, the godfather of modern Nigerian Ponzis. It promised 30% returns monthly and attracted millions. When it crashed, it left a hole of 18 billion naira in the pockets of ordinary Nigerians. D9 Club promised profits from sports betting. When it folded, victims were left counting losses of over 10 billion naira. MBA Forex 2020, run by a man named Maxwell Odom. This one took over 171 billion naira from people who thought they were investing in Forex. Ovaioza 2022. This one disguised itself as an agricultural scheme, promising up to 70% returns. Losses were estimated at over 3 billion naira. CBEX 2025. This is perhaps the most devastating in recent history. The CBEX crypto bullion exchange promised 100% returns in 30 days using AI and crypto as bait. The Senate investigated this and found that Nigerians may have lost a mind-boggling 1.3 trillion naira. EMAAR 2025. Just months ago, this scheme surfaced pretending to be a real estate investment company. By the time it collapsed in October 2025, over 4,000 Nigerians had lost nearly 3 billion naira. And these aren't just numbers. Behind these figures are real people, like Philip Abila, who lost over 5 million naira he borrowed from multiple apps to invest in EMAAR. He's now a school teacher struggling to pay debts with daily interest. Or Ngozi Uchedike, a hairstylist who lost her life savings of 560,000 naira. The human cost. When a Ponzi scheme collapses, the financial loss is just the beginning. The psychological and social effects ripple outwards, destroying lives. We've heard reports of investors committing suicide after losing everything in MMM. The Senate motion on the CBEX crash noted that these schemes lead to severe financial hardship and, in some cases, driving victims to depression, family breakdowns, and even suicide. Imagine a father who sold his land to invest, believing he was securing his children's future, only to be told the platform is gone. Imagine a widow who invested her late husband's pension. The shame, the guilt, the anger, it tears families apart. It's not just money lost, it's trust, peace of mind, and sometimes life itself. The economic damage. The damage isn't just personal, it's national. When billions of naira, like the 1.3 trillion naira from CBEX, are sucked out of the legitimate economy and into the pockets of fraudsters, we all pay the price. First, it erodes trust in the financial system. When people lose money, they become afraid to invest in legitimate stocks, bonds, or even bank savings. This starves genuine businesses of the capital they need to grow and hire people. Second, it fuels capital flight. The money isn't staying in Nigeria to build roads or factories. It is being laundered or taken out of the country. Third, regulators like the SEC and EFCC have to spend huge amounts of time and resources chasing these criminals, resources that could have been used to develop the real capital market. Why do we keep falling for it? The big question is, why? Why after MMM, after D9 Club, after all the warnings, do people still invest in CBEX and EMAAR? According to experts, it's a mix of three dangerous things. 1. Economic desperation. With inflation high and jobs scarce, the promise of quick money becomes incredibly tempting. Scammers exploit this vulnerability. 2. Greed and the get-rich-quick syndrome. The head of fintech at the SEC put it bluntly, everybody just wants to get rich today. Even educated people fall for it because logic is blinded by the desire for massive, effortless returns. 3. Social proof. When your pastor, your cousin, or a popular influencer posts their profit, it feels real. You trust the person, so you trust the scheme. Operators build WhatsApp groups where fake accounts post fake profits all day to create a frenzy. How to spot a scam and call to action. So, how do we stop this cycle? It starts with you. If you're approached with an investment opportunity, I want you to check for these red flags. 1. Unrealistic returns. If they promise returns above 20 or 30% with no risk, it's a scam. There is no investment in the world that guarantees high returns with zero risk. 2. Not registered with SEC. Before you pay a kobo, go to the SEC website and check if the company is licensed to take deposits from the public. If they aren't registered, they are already illegal. 3. Vague business model. Ask them, where exactly is my money going? If they can't explain a clear, legitimate business selling real products or services that generates profit, walk away. 4. Emphasis on referrals. If the main way to make money is to bring in more people, it's a pyramid. You are not an investor, you're a recruiter for a fraud. 5. Pressure tactics. This offer ends today. Only a few slots left. Legitimate investments don't require you to rush. Fighting this is a collective effort. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, break the silence. If an opportunity sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is. The promise of easy money is powerful, but the reality of loss is devastating. Protect your money, protect your future. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and invest wisely. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone you care about. It might just save them. Stay safe, invest wisely.